Oh, hey. Happy Memorial Day and long time no see. I just got back from about 2 day trip. I originally thought I would stay there just 1 day, but I decided to stay one more day. So, yeah, so today is the last day of the long weekend, so I'm back. Uh, it's about 6 hour, 7 hour drive. It's a town known as town's name is Valdez. It's beautiful small town. I really liked it there. Yeah, I did run twice. Once in the dark because it's kind of oceanfront kind of town, and once in the kind of small beach. Right, it was very nice uh, but mostly I spent time watching television because I don't have any television, and hotel room has cable TV. So that's what I really enjoy about travel, watching television in my motel, drinking yes vodka, okay, and also I mean this is elder tree leaves and elder tree. Uh, the town I live in, we have elder trees, but I have to go hiking for it. So when I was kind of hiking in the Valdez, I picked some elder tree leaves, and yeah, because I put so many tree leaves here. Yeah, it already start to give out the juice because I just put that in vodka, and oh, it's good. Red elder tree, very strong scent. It is good. Oh boy. So what did I watch on television in the motel room in Valdez? Many things, many different things. But mostly it's about documentary about World War I and World War II, and so yeah, it's the History Channel this year. Curiously, two different cable channel, American national cable channel about history. They heavily covered Hitler, Mr. Hitler. Okay, so I don't know why, but it is. Hey, we have to admit it's very interesting story, right? He's a very villainous character in world history, but one way to look at him is he's the last emperor in the West, right? Yeah, also last dictator. For emperor, there were dictators. Okay, so the last dictator, last emperor of the West of Europe, or well, not the last dictator. You have Saddam Hussein, and still Iran. You have some dictatorial kind of uh, theocracy-based cleric. Yeah, but less the emperor. Yeah, that's definitely Hitler. Okay, because any empire involves genocide, and any imperialistic expansion, it always involves genocide. Because so in that sense, what Hitler did, yeah, is horrible, but this he did exactly the same thing that other people did. He has some precedents and many. You have Emperor Cyrus of Persia. You have uh, Alexander the Great of Greece. You have Julius Caesar of Roman Empire. You have Ramses of Egypt, and you have Nebuchadnezzar of Babylonia, and you have Genghis Khan of Mongolia, and you have Queen Elizabeth of England, Great Britain, right? They are all very cruel, dictatorial uh, emperor or empress. They are all the same. Or you have Qin Shi Huang. I don't know how to say it in Chinese, but yeah, Qin, the ancient Chinese country that united China. Yeah, the emperor of that country, Qin Shi Huang. That's how Koreans pronounce it, but I don't know how to pronounce it in Chinese. They were brutal. So genocide, absolutely. Yeah, all of them, all of them. That's how they do conquest of the world. Do you think it's just back in the days? Today it's the same way, but it's more ideological, metaphysical conquest, like LGBTism. They draw a map, right? LGBT activists, they draw a world map and they paint whatever their color, favorite color, right? Yeah, this country is pro-gay, this country pro-gay, pro-gay. So it's ideological conquest, imperialism. That's LGBTism, okay? So it's about power. It's not about equality. No, it's about power. It's about control. It's about empowerment. All right, control, conquest. That's LGBT as an ideology. Okay, I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying that's what that ideology is about. It's about conquest, just like Nazism or any imperialism. It's all about conquest. Okay, it's a very selfish thing, imperialism, and LGBTism is just one of those examples. Okay, they do ideological warfare, but the kind of methodology they adopt, yeah, search and destroy mission, right? Just silence all the oppositions. So LGBT, pro-LGBTism, pro-gayism is just like Nazism. It's very close parallel. Okay, search and destroy, silence the opposition. Yeah, that's just pretty much the same thing. But pro-LGBTism, they don't use violence though. What do they use? They use legal system. Yeah, they weaponize the legal system. So they sue them in court, like your bakery, florist, innkeeper, baker, who refused to serve to a LGBT wedding ceremony. Yeah, they sue them in court and shut down the business. So brutal, cruel, just like Nazi. So LGBT, pro-LGBT, pro-gayism and Nazism, they are very, very similar. Okay, they're dictatorial. They don't allow any diversity. It's not about freedom. It's not about equality. It's not about diversity. It's about control, conquest, power. That's what pro-LGBT, pro-gayism is about. Yeah, it's just like Nazism, except they don't use violence. Alright, so. But they're in essence, that's the same thing, right? Okay, so Mr. Hitler, yeah, he. So why is he such a villainous character nowadays? Well, there are several reasons. First, it's more recent in history, so people remember, and also there's this film, this camera and motion picture. So what he did was recorded in motion picture and also cameras. But what Napoleon did, Napoleon, Julius Caesar, you have Alexander the Great, Queen Elizabeth, whatever emperor, empresses they did in the past, is kind of far away in time, like hundreds of years ago. So, and back in the days, they don't have any pictures, motion camera. So, what they did, very bad things, is forgotten or lost in time, in records. And back in the days, they don't have camera or motion picture, so none of them were actually recorded in real time. Yeah, there's some literature, maybe painting, okay, but it's not the same. And also, it's remote in time, so people forgot. But Mr. Hitler, what he did was picked, photographed, and also some people are still alive who've been through all that World War II, and they can live testimony and also like motion picture. Okay, so it's kind of proximate in time, right? So that's one of many reasons why Hitler is so villainous. Second reason, he messed with the wrong race. He messed with the Jews. Jews are very powerful race. Okay, Jews are very very powerful minority in the West, in Europe, and also in America, South America, anywhere in the world. In the Western Hemisphere, yeah, Jews are very powerful because they are very diligent people. I mean, not all of them, but Jews are known to be very diligent, hardworking people. Even some people think, say, Jews are very smart. Maybe, maybe they are okay, or maybe they are smart because they study so hard, work so hard. I don't know. I'm not a Jew. Yeah. So when Jews get attacked, they revenge 1,000 times, right? Uh, because Jews, they're a very strong sense of identity and also a lot of ethnic pride as a Jewish group. So Hitler, you mess with us, oh, we make sure you after you die, yeah, your legacy will suffer forever. Your notoriety will last forever. We'll make sure of that. So it's kind of revenge type of by the Jews because Hitler messed with the Jews. He messed with the wrong race. Okay, so because Jews have a lot of power because they are hardworking people, right? Hardworking people, and so the top, yeah, like Jared Kushner, he's Jewish. Steven Spielberg, he's Jewish. Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, who else is Jew? Steve Mnuchin, right? Yeah, they're all Jews. I'm not anti-Semitic, okay? What I'm saying is Jews have a lot of power because they work very hardworking people, which is good. Yeah, diligence is very good thing, right? Yeah, and they do contribute to culture, economy, academia, right? Yeah, that's great. That's great, okay? Yeah, Jews have powers because they work very hard, and that's a good thing, okay? But I guess Hitler messed with Jews probably because Jews are so powerful, right? And so he captured all the Jews and took all their money. So I guess I don't. So there. So why did Mr. Hitler hate Jews so much? Probably one of the reasons maybe jealousy. Because Jews were so successful in Europe compared to his people, Germans, and so jealousy. Second reason, maybe he wanted to steal their money, Jewish money, because they got a lot of money all over Europe. So as Hitler conquered all the countries in Europe, yeah, he basically killed all the Jews or summoned them up and put them in prison and took all their possessions, all their money, Jewish money, right? That could be the second reason. Third reason could be, uh, yeah, Jews, they're Middle Easterns, right? So they come to Europe, and successful Jews like Steve Mnuchin or Steven Spielberg or Jared Kushner, right? Who do they marry? The most beautiful young Caucasian blonde and blue-eyed women. That's the kind of people they marry. It's not just Jews. Any ethnic non-white, non-Caucasian man living in white country, if they are very successful, they always choose the most whitest, youngest, golden, blondest, and bluest eyes, whitest skin. Yeah, that's what they choose. You look at Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. They're Hispanics, right? Look at their wives, blondes, young blondes. Look at Rabbi Zacharias. He's Indian, right? Yeah, he married blonde, young one. His sons all married blonde, young blondes. Rabbi Zacharias and his sons. Okay, I don't have high opinion of this Mr. Pastor Rabbi Zacharias. I don't like him very much. He passed away, right? Well, but I'm still not his fan. I don't have high opinion about him at all. Okay, I think he's a crook. All right. Who else? Yeah, this Hollywood director John Chu. He's what Taiwanese, Chinese something. Have look at Bruce Lee, and he married brunette, but she's very white skinned, blue eyed, and very young. So Bruce Lee married a white girl. Mr. Director in Hollywood married blonde girl. That's what this highly successful ethnic men do, and I don't like what they are doing. I would never marry a young, slender, beautiful white woman because I have too much respect for the race. Not just white race, yeah, black race, Hispanic race, all those races. And Hispanics, yeah, they are brown. I'm brown, okay, maybe that's not too bad. Okay. But black race, white race, I have too much respect for them, so I would never marry beautiful young black girl or white girl because I have too much respect for their races. Both blacks and brown. I'm blacks and whites, okay. I'm brown, so brown to brown, I don't think it's too bad. Alright, we'll take 5 minutes break, okay? So we're just having fun, okay? So. Alright, let's take 5 minutes. We're back. So, we are talking about anti-ultra internationalism, okay? So, uh, yeah, we kind of frown upon what they do to all these ethnic non-white men when they become very successful, like Mr. Quincy Jones, right? Whose music featured in what Austin Powers, something like Soul Bossa Nova or something. Yeah, he's an African American gentleman, very talented, and made a lot of money. Quincy Jones, the producer for Michael Jackson. Nowadays, yeah, I don't listen to any Michael Jackson songs at all because I found out Mr. Quincy Jones, who's behind all his Michael Jackson songs, he's ultra intellectualist. So I was disappointed. Alright, so I don't listen to Michael Jackson anymore. Alright, so Mr. Casey Jones, one after another, always married the most youngest, most beautiful, blonde Caucasian women. Okay, such a shame, right? Yeah, so I don't like what they do. Okay, all these people. Who else? Yeah, yeah, Jimi Hendrix. He only dated white girls, young, like model type, this slender, most beautiful white women, Jimi Hendrix. So I don't listen to his music anymore. Okay, because as soon as I found out, yeah, no longer a fan of theirs. Okay. Yeah. What can I say? So, but Caucasian race, as it turns out, they're not as vulnerable as I once thought they are. Because some Jews are blonde, because especially like Rothschild, the Jewish British banking company, Roth, Rothschild, yeah, he's German Jewish, came to England, then banking industry, right? Yeah, Rothschild family. If you see their descendants today, they're just white people. You don't get to see a hint of Jewish heritage at all. It's all wiped out. Because white people, they love money, right? And this Jewish guy become very rich. So white people in England, they give out their daughters and sons to this Rothschild family, and after a couple of generations, yeah, they bleached this Jewish brown skin pigment out of the family, and they became a white people. Okay, so that happens. Some Jews they have blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin. Okay, I've seen some. All right, so they have Jewish ancestry, but it's gone. Okay, it's overwritten by Caucasian race. That yeah, I've seen that happening. Yeah, it's good. White race is resilient because I'm not white supremacist. I don't believe white race is better. I don't believe in that. I'm not white. It's just that yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin is something very beautiful and perhaps more vulnerable than other races and also rare, scarcity, and it's very beautiful composition. Also red hair, pink skin, blue eyes. Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful, right? And they are rare, like gemstone, right? And purely black people, they are also very beautiful, right? Uh, are they rare? At least in America, I guess. Yeah, but they're beautiful, right? Yeah, I'm not white supremacist. So yeah, it's just that we have to recognize the scarcity, vulnerability, and rarity and value of these different races, and preservation thereof is a worthwhile activism to pursue. We're not saying one race is better than another race. No, we're not saying that. It's about conservation of diversity in human race. That's all it is. Okay, so that's anti-utilitarianism. Okay, so yeah, we recommend brown people or ethnic people, non-white people, uh, to not marry young, fertile, slender, Caucasian ladies, because we want those young, beautiful, slender Caucasian ladies. We want them to marry white men, eligible, good white men, so that they protect and preserve their own species, Caucasian species. Okay, so that's what anti-ultra interracialism is about. Okay? All right. What else? Yeah, so on television there was Steven Spielberg movie like Lost Ark, whatever, right? I don't like his movie. I don't like Steven Spielberg's movie because they tend to be extremely boring. They're just boring. Steven Spielberg movie. So I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a fan of his movies because they are boring, very boring. Right. So I just flip the channel, right? Then there's Rush Hour 1, Rush Hour 2. Oh, I'm a huge fan of Rush Hour 1 and Rush Hour 2. Yeah, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, right? Chris Tucker is he's a very talented, one of my favorite comedians of all time. Yeah, very African American culture, ebony soul culture. His joking style is so authentic, original African American culture, like jive, language, whatever. Yeah, it's very well made movies. There are a couple of scenes kind of over the top, like Jackie Chan, trying to make some joke, trying to be funny, right? Didn't quite work, right? But some other parts when Jackie Chan used this N word, I love that scene, right? That's just so funny. Jackie Chan using N word in African American bar, that was so funny. Oh my goodness, one of my favorite scenes of all time. It was so funny. Russia 1, Russia 2, yeah, yeah, I love those movies. Good jokes. What else did I watch? I also watched 007 movies. Yeah, Sean Connery. Those are good. Yeah. I like Will Smith. Will Smith is a very, very good actor. And also, he's very good dancer. And also, he's African American. Also, he married African American female. I like that part. And he's a very handsome man, Will Smith. Yeah, very handsome guy. Very good actor. Very handsome and very good dancer too. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, I like him. What else? So Mr. Hitler, he was ignorant of the fact that races other than white Caucasians can have some good talents. He was ignorant of that fact. Like he left at America, where America. So we are talking about 1930s, 1940s. 1930s, 1940s in America, it was not all about racism. No, there were big jazz bands, African Americans. Okay, and white people came to their concert, like Louis Armstrong, Aya Fitzgerald, Ella Fitzgerald, or all those black and white film era, 1930s, 1940s. Oh yeah, there are these African American bands, jazz bands. Their concert, yeah, white people came and what became the audience for this African American jazz bands and singers and okay. And Hitler didn't quite like that. Okay, because Hitler he's kind of like white supremacist basically. Uh, so he did not have appreciation for races other than Caucasians. Okay, so that was his ignorance. Okay, but nobody's perfect, right? My knowledge, your knowledge, nobody's knowledge is perfect. That's why we should learn from each other. Okay, you for example, you think gay marriage is okay, right? You think tattoo piercing is okay. You think ultra interracialism is okay. You think marijuanaism is okay, okay? But in as far as I know, that is your ignorance. That's the point where your knowledge is incomplete. Okay, as far as I can tell, I could be wrong. Okay, maybe those are parts where I am ignorant. Yeah, that's possible. I don't deny that possibility. All right. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? So I need some vocal rest. So okay, yeah, let's take 5 minutes. Yeah. I think this red wine is way too funky, so I gotta rinse it out. It was too funky, okay? So this red wine, I just let it ferment naturally, but that's just way too much even for me. So better, okay. Alright. Okay, we are back. So, uh, the I thought about in this June event, local candidate event in June. Um, I thought about singing a song for 5 minutes, but I decided not to. Why? Because I don't think it will be received very well. Okay, Yeah, I'm a performer, so I have to mind. It's my job to entertain people as an entertainer performer, and I want to entertain people. But if I sing a song rather than giving a speech for 5 minutes, I don't think it will be received very well. Okay, so and I don't want to disappoint the audience. My job is to satisfy the audience. So yeah, I'm gonna give a speech. Okay, because they may think, they probably think I'm not taking this election seriously, this candidacy, and that's if I just sing a song, it could appear to be very disrespectful, right? So yeah, that's why I changed my mind. So I came up with 5 minute speech, and here it is. This is how it goes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lee, and thank you for this wonderful event, and thank you for your attendance. And yeah, I was born in Ithaca, New York, and I grew up in Seoul, South Korea until I graduated high school. And I'm 41 years old, so I came back to America just like good Alaska salmon, right? Grew up in Pacific Ocean and then coming back to America, right? Remembering the native scent of the motherland, fatherland, whatever. Okay. So yeah, I came back to America when I was like 18 years old. I'm 41 years old now, so I spent my more than half of my life in America. Okay. So I'm running for Alaska Senate for this district, and then uh, I would like to demonstrate. Well, what I okay. So I was a computer programmer, and I joined the U.S. Army. After that, I got GI Bill, so I went to law school. Now I'm a lawyer. Okay, so uh, I love problem solving. So perhaps it's, I can demonstrate to my problem solving skill. Okay, so what's the problem in this demonstration? How about abortion issue? It's very challenging problem, right? So that's why I like talking about it. Okay, uh, so yeah, we have two answers currently. Uh, the Democratic Party liberals, and then conservatives, Republican Party. Okay, uh, Democratic Party, what they say is it's about freedom of choice, individual freedom, small government. So yeah, that's why they call it pro-choice, as opposed to calling it pro-abortion. But whatever, right? On the other side, yeah, Republicans, uh, they also happen to be Christians. So uh, yeah, the dignity of life, human fetus, and Christians, as they say, yeah, we humans are made after God's own image, and human fetus look like us. So, so value of life. So they call that ideology pro-life, right? So yeah, we are. I mean, I understand both sides of the equation. Okay, and so what I suggest is a third solution. Let's think outside the box. So the solution I would suggest is the solution that both left and right would be happy with, would be agree to. A solution that would satisfy both the left and the right. Okay, but you have to understand. Okay, we Republicans, we have to work with Democrats. Otherwise, you will not get anything resolved. Why? Because the half of the country will be Democrats, and you cannot change that, no matter how hard you may try. Okay, America is two-party system, so you have to work together, left and right. Okay, otherwise you will not get anything done. Okay, so the third solution, okay, that I would suggest is this: abstinence, education and discipline. Okay, how do you achieve abstinence in young people? Yeah, education and discipline. Okay, so I'll just give you one example. Okay, we have 1 minute left. I'm single. Okay, and I don't want to get married, and I don't want to have kids. Okay, but every now and then I do date. Okay, but mostly I spend my time doing mathematics and learning foreign languages. That's what I do as a hobby. Okay, so young people, I don't like all these teenagers dating, like this high school, middle school dating. I don't like that because uh, when I was in school in Korea, okay, all I did was studying. Okay, I'm not being benefiting from that. Okay, so it's a diversification of hobbies, right? What I do in my spare time, I don't chase cards. That's not what I do. I do mathematics. I study Russian. I do acting, dancing, singing, martial arts. So I'm still happy. Okay. So yeah. So sleeping in the bedroom with somebody else, that's not the only way to be happy. Okay. So that's about education and discipline. But my time is up. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I got streamlined. I gotta practice some more, but it's challenging to give 5 minute speech. It's always challenging because I mean, if you are full of ideas, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's the new speech, 5 minute speech that I came up with when I was in Valdez, Alaska. Okay, because I thought about it. Okay, let's get back to Hitler. Okay, let's get back to talking about Mr. Hitler. So in the world of informal fallacy, in logical fallacy, there are two kinds: formal fallacy and informal fallacy. Formal fallacy is more about formal logic, like more like mathematical error. Okay, so like if A, then B. That's not equivalent to if B, then A. Okay, if it rains, the ground will be wet. But inverse is not always true. If ground is wet, that means it rained. Not always. It could have been some water sprinkler on your grass, right? On your yard. So it doesn't have to be rain for ground to be wet. Okay. There's some example I learned when I was in Korea. Okay. So that's informal fallacy. I mean, formal logic, formal fallacy. Informal fallacy, there's a lot of stuff. Informal fallacy. Appeal to sympathy, appeal to emotion, appeal to anger, or circular logic, like Bible is true because Bible says so. Okay? Or Constitution is true because Constitution is law of the land because Constitution says so. That's informal fallacy. Okay? So it's found in Bible and it's found in Constitution. Circular logic, informal fallacy. Okay, so yeah, appeal to sympathy, appeal to anger, appeal to emotion. They are informal fallacy, and there are many different kinds. I first learned that when I was in Korean high school. Okay. And also there's poisoning the well, right? Yeah, and also there's what's called argumentum Hitlerium, something like that. I'll tell you about that after 5 minutes break because I need some vocal rest. All right. So okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Yeah, mosquitoes are out, so I guess one of mosquito bit my neck. I guess kind of itchy. So argumentum Hitlerum, whatever. Like reductio ad Hitlerum, something like that. Okay, it's called by different names. It goes like this. Okay, it's informal fallacy. Yeah, just because Hitler did this, that ergo, therefore, that thing is wrong because whatever Hitler did was wrong. It's kind of ad hominem a little bit. Okay, yeah, informal fallacy. All right. So, for example, I mean, in Wikipedia example, because Wikipedia is very liberal, right? They are taking smoking. Okay, why did they have to come with this example? But I'm just citing to Wikipedia in case you happen to be anti-tobaccoist. Okay, because just because Hitler was against smoking, so anti-smoking, anti-tobaccoism is Nazism. It's bad. So that's the Wikipedia example. Very liberal, right? They're against smoking, they're against drinking, but they Wikipedia liberal, right? They're all about tattoo piercing, LGBT. They're about marijuana. Okay, yeah, that's Wikipedia, right? Then again, nobody's perfect. All right, so Wikipedia, I like it, but not always perfect. All right, we understand. So, but the way I would use this ad, I mean, was that the reductio ad Hitlerum would be whatever. Okay, so Hitler also was vegetarian. So I watched these documentaries about Hitler. Okay, in two different channels. Okay, yeah, national level cable TV. Okay, in my hotel room, and it was because it was very interesting. Okay, so that's why they do it, right? National American, national level, international level cable TV over this Memorial Weekend. Two different history channels focusing on Hitler because they know it's very popular topic. Hitler, okay? It's provocative subject matter and it gains a lot of audienceship. Okay, it has some popular appeal. Talking about Hitler, okay? Yeah. That's why they two different history channels in America, national level, international level. Okay, that's why they feature Hitler. Okay, very huge popular appeal. Hitler was all about diet and exercise. All right, we humanologists, we are all about diet and exercise. In that sense, we agree with Mr. Hitler. Right? Just because it's something Mr. Hitler did, advocated for, it does not mean that ideology is wrong. Okay? Mr. Hitler, like anybody else, has hits and misses. Okay? He got some goods and he got some bads. Yeah, yeah, we are not denying what he did was wrong. We acknowledge and admit Mr. Hitler's, yeah, he was a loose cannon, okay, just conquer, conquer, conquer. But so did Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Napoleon, Genghis Khan, Queen Elizabeth, Ramses, Cyrus, All these emperors, like, yeah, they're all the same. Conquer, conquer, war, war, kill, kill. They're very selfish individuals, emperors, empresses. Okay, it's yeah, it's all the same. Hitler is just one of them. Okay, imperialism. Okay, so it's all about theft. It's all about stealing from other countries. That's what imperialism is about. Okay, so Alexander the Great, I think that's wrong name to call him. I rather recommend you to call him Alexander the Great Thief. Alright? Yeah. That's more correct appellation. Because that's what they do. They steal. And they kill. Yeah, Alexander the murderer. The genocider. The mass murderer. Alexander the Great, the greatest thief. Right? Napoleon same man, likewise, okay. Yeah. Okay. So what else? What else did I watch? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched some television advertisement too. Because I don't have a television, okay? So I mean I have big screen TV, but I don't have cable TV. Why? It's too expensive. I have internet, but that's all I have. I don't know watch television all the time, right? The only time I watch cable TV is when I travel. That happens like once or twice a year. I stay in a hotel room. They have cable TV. Okay. When I'm in a hotel room, on a travel, I do not use laptop. I use my cell phone and sometimes, but most of the times I don't watch the news when I travel. I watch television. When I watch television in a hotel room, I don't watch news. I watch movies. Mostly I watch documentaries. But they're good. Yeah, they're real good. History documentaries, nature documentaries. That's what I mostly watch when I travel, and stay in a hotel. Okay. And yeah, I do watch advertisements sometimes. Okay, commercials, and they're talking about these elephants. Okay, when I was in Valdez, Alaska, like I just got back. What time? What time is it now? Like 4 o'clock p.m. Something like that. Okay, so yeah. So I was watching TV like yesterday, I guess, and they were talking about this donation to save elephants, right? My suggestion: farm elephants and harvest ivories and make money. Okay. Yeah, farm tigers, lions, leopards, mountain lions, whatever beautiful animals out there. Farm them. We have technology, biotechnology. Okay. Yeah, farm elephants and harvest. Yeah, farm rhinoceros, whatever, rhinos. Farm turtles. Okay. Farm them and harvest them. Then their species will never go extinct. Farmed animals, they never go extinct. Why? Because farmers will ensure their continuity of species. Because it makes money. Okay? If we farm elephants and harvest and sell ivories, elephants will never go extinct because we are farming them. Alright, so yeah, we can farm any animals, plants. Okay? No problem. We have biotechnology to do so. Yeah. And release like 10% of the farmed and elephants into their native environments. Okay, so no problem. Yeah, no problem. In Alaska, we have salmon berries. Okay, yeah, farm salmon berries, and 10% of them release them back to the wild in Alaska so that they grow salmon berries plants. They grow in their native environments. Okay, so we have farmed salmon berry and wild salmon berry. No problem. Okay, we protect and preserve these endangered species, like rhinoceros. Salmonberry is not quite endangered, but it's still rare. All right, whatever. Wild orchid, whatever. Okay, yeah, farm them, release some of them. Okay, no problem. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay, so Okay. Yeah, I got so many stories to tell you. Okay, so yeah, just got back from the travel, so mostly from what I watched on television. All right, so yeah, I mean, farming an elephant, farming a tiger, farming lions. It's about conservation and preservation of species, and also it's about making money. All right. My guess is that uh, Democrats would object because they are like pro environment, pro animal rights, pro conservation. Well, that's fine, but just don't just object. Let's work together and come up with the best possible solution. So it's that's why we it's good that we have diversity of opinions and left and right. All right. Yeah. So let's work together and come up with the best possible solution so that it satisfies everybody. Okay. So yeah, I mean, farming tigers, farming lions, farming elephants will make it very humane. Not all in jammed stockade. No, America has big lands, free lands, right? Empty land, America. Okay. Have you ever looked down from airplane when you're traveling America, air travel? It's empty. Okay, mostly. There's just nothing. There's nobody there. There's America. Okay. Most of American lands are empty. We don't need Mars or Moon to establish a colony. Wrong concept. All right. The world has enough lands, not only for us people, but also animals and plants and farming. Most of the, not just America, most of the lands in the world is empty. Okay, this is nothing there. So yeah, it'll be like safari. Okay, zoo, drive through safari. Okay, for feeding zoo, if not petting zoo. All right, and there are some in Washington State or Texas, I guess. Some different states they are experimenting with that. Yeah, I've seen some YouTube documentaries. YouTube footages. Okay, yeah. Bears, they're so smart. They're very adaptable. Bears are very good learners. They adapt and they are opportunists. Bears, they're smarter than dogs. Okay, they learn something brand new. Okay, so I've seen this YouTube footage. There's this bear. I think it's Washington State or Texas or Arizona, some Oklahoma. I don't know. Some states in America. There's bear feeding zoo. You can bring bread and toss it to the bears, and bears they learn to wave. It's paw, front paw, because they are very fast learners. They learn very quickly. They are adaptable. Bears, highly intelligent animals, right? Bears are smart, very smart. So these bears in this feeding zoo, they learned if they wave, they get extra piece of bread. So bears, grizzlies, okay, they sit there and wave. Right? Yeah. Zoo, safari, it doesn't have to be this very confined space. No, it could be safari. It could be very big land, right? Because America has a lot of empty lands. Okay. Yeah, it could be very humane condition with all these trees and greeneries, right? It will create jobs. All we gotta do is just open your mind. Okay, keep your minds open. All right. Yeah, we farm bears, right? Instead of gold bladder, harvest bear rods because they're gonna die anyway of old aging. All right. Just yeah. So calculate the average age, natural death age of bears, and harvest them, slaughter them just 1 year before their expected death year. Just 1 year before, okay? And harvest their gallbladders and sell it to China. Big money. Harvest their fur, tan their skin, okay? And process their meat, okay? And yeah, harvest their clothes, whatever, right? Their bones and meat, okay? Process it, sell it. It's farming, okay? We do that to chickens, cows. Why not to elephants, lions, tigers, bears, leopards? Farming, generalized farming, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's something new. So liberals, they call themselves progressives, okay? So they should be open to new ideas. They're supposed to be because that's what they say they are. Progressives, right? Liberal, right? Democrats, they are supposed to love this idea, but I guess there would be some initial objection from the left, and I can persuade them. Okay, that's why I'm running for president. I'm also running for Alaska State Senate because that's more realistic goal, but I'm also running for president as well. Okay, so because I got all these good ideas. Okay, so it's Memorial Day. President Trump, he visited this Washington D.C., Arlington Cemetery, whatever. I mean, what a waste of time and money. Okay, if I'm the president, would I celebrate Memorial Day? Well, but yes, but not officially. I'll just go on a trip by driving. Yeah, required by law, two Secret Service agents, and but that will be it. Okay, I just go to get a motel room and just relax like everybody else. There won't be Arlington Cemetery visitation, memorial, this ceremony. I'm not gonna do that if I'm the president. No, just like anybody else, I'll take my day off. Okay. But if I become Alaska State Senator, then yeah, it will be my job to attend this local memorial ceremony because I was driving back here from Valdez to here, where what is here about 1 or 2 hours north of Anchorage. Okay, it's a mid-sized town. Okay, Anchorage is a big city. Where I live, I'm not gonna tell you the names. Okay, but it's mid-sized town. Okay, Valdez, a beautiful small town. Okay, so where I live is kind of halfway in the middle. It's not big, it's not small, mid-sized. Okay, that's where I live. So I was driving back from Valdez to here. It took me about 7 hours because I felt I was kind of sleepy when I was driving. Okay, so I stopped at some nice parking lot on the highway, sideway parking lot. Okay, so that people can take pictures, take a rest. Okay, yeah. So they call it something like turnout, right? And yeah, so something like that. Okay, so it's a parking lot is safe. All right, it's legal to park there, and I took a nap because I was falling asleep. All right, maybe I took a nap for 30 minutes, so I was wide awake, and I restarted driving. No problem. Okay, because you should never sleep and drive. Okay, because they can lead to big accidents. So when I feel sleepy when I'm driving, yeah, I exit out of the highway and I take a nap for like 30 minutes, whatever. Then I restart driving where I'm totally awake. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so local level, this memorial service, because I was listening to radio, and I really like that local level memorial service by all these politicians, government officials. It was good, yeah. It's about sharing the local stories, veterans' stories, and history, history lessons. I like that, right? Yeah. But in federal level, if I'm the president of the United States, there will be no federal memorial service. That's a waste of taxpayers' money and waste of time. No. If I'm the president, I will work only Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week, like anybody else's. My salary level will annually adjusted and readjusted to average American salary. Okay. If I'm the president, I will just do one term. After one term, I will not take that presidential, this alimony, whatever, this separation money, annual, post presidential, what, $500,000 a year. No, I'm not gonna get that. I will waive it. Why? I do not want to live off of taxpayers' money. I believe money and time belongs to people. Okay? I don't believe in this presidential. So you're president. After 4 years, 8 years, you get $500,000 per year until you die. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna waive it. I get a job and I will work until I die, just like anybody else's. And I'm not gonna retire. I do not believe in retirement. Right? All right, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're back. So, I remember, I guess it's some kind of documentary about Charlie Chaplin, right? Uh, some African American gentleman, kind of young, maybe in his 30s. He commented, maybe he's some kind of entertainer or some celebrity, I don't know. It's maybe 10, 15 years ago. Watched some kind of documentary about Charlie Chaplin and kind of biographical. Okay, so this African American gentleman commented about Charlie Chaplin, and he said, "When you see this man, Charlie Chaplin, you don't see a white man, you see a man." Right? I like that comment. That was a good comment, right? Yeah. I mean, even in Michael Jackson, the black or white lyrics, I think it's this rapper featured in this song. It's not about racist. Yeah, somebody said that in Michael Jackson's song "Black or White," the Dangerous album. It's very well made album. Okay, yeah, produced by most likely Mr. Quincy Jones. But it's very well made album. Okay, Dangerous album. It's very well made album. Okay, so, but I don't listen to it anymore because Mr. Quincy Jones is ultra internationalist. So yeah. So I don't want any piece of that, right? I just can't, right? So I don't listen to Michael Jackson, right? I appreciate it's a good album, but so let's not talk about that, okay? So, okay, let's talk about Mr. General Patent and General what Douglas MacArthur. Yeah, because yeah, it's about Memorial Day weekend, so they were talking about not just about Hitler, but about General Patton, General MacArthur, right? Yeah, five-star generals, right? World War Two, and they also in World War One as well. Oh yeah, they're fantastic, right? General MacArthur, uh, very effective, right? And General Patton, military genius, right? Yeah. And General Patton, General George Patton, President Trump is spitting image of General Patton. Okay, but I'm saying so because yeah, this physical resemblance. Okay, but President Trump is no General Patton. Okay, because President Trump, he's not nearly as smart as General Patton. Okay, and not nearly as tough as General Patton. General Patton, that gentleman is something else. Okay, yeah, General MacArthur, General Patton. I'm pretty sure they both went to West Point. Okay, yeah, West Point. Yeah, it's a kind of like elitist organization, but I have some friends who went there. Okay, they're cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm not exactly anti-elitist, right? It's just that I'm not an elitist. So and elitists, they tend to be overworking and not being able to be inventive. But General Patton, General MacArthur, they were very inventive people. So yeah, some elites they could be very ingenious and inventive and thinking outside the box. Yeah, that's all. Okay, like actor Matt Damon. Okay, he dropped out of Harvard undergraduate level. I guess he was English major. He dropped out shy of couple of semesters or couple of credits, whatever. And so did this Mike, what the Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy. Yeah, he dropped out, I think. And so did this Microsoft guy. What's his name? Okay, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, and this Microsoft guy, what's his name? Bill Gates. Yeah, he dropped out shy of a couple of credits, something like that. Matt Damon, Mark Zuckerberg, and Bill Gates. Harvard dropouts, shy of a couple of credits, right? Yeah. Also, Google. They were PhDs in Stanford computer science. They dropped out of PhD once they found out this algorithm, Google search engine algorithm. Okay, yeah, they dropped out of PhD and they made this company Google. Okay, I mean, yeah, I did drop out of Cornell computer science after 2 years in PhD program, but I'm not that big. Okay, but yeah, I have tested some elitist environment. I also went to special forces, and I dropped out after 2 weeks. It's a 3 weeks selection course. And of course, if you pass the selection course, the 3 weeks in hell, you have like 1 or 2 years of more training, special forces, and attrition rate, from what I heard, is even bigger in those 1 or 2 years training because I heard they are even more difficult. Okay, so and when I was in Korea, I went to elitist high school, science high school in Seoul, South Korea. Presumably, it's the second best high school in South Korea. Okay, yeah, I dropped out after 2 months. Okay, so I tried to be an elite, but I couldn't take it. Okay, so I ended up dropping out. And later on in my life, I went to Michigan Law School, which is top 10. Kinda, yeah, but it's still public state school. So it's kind of in between, right? Yeah, Michigan Law School, Michigan, University of Michigan. Some people, kind of generous, say it's like Harvard of Midwest, just like Duke University is like Harvard of the South, right? Yeah, so when I was in Michigan Law School, I did not want to drop out again. It's kind of elitist, but still public school, right? It's still top 10, but in and out. Top 11, top 12, top 9, top 10, right? Michigan Law School. Yeah, top 10 law school, in and out, okay? But also, it's public school, state school. It's kind of in between. It's not exactly elitist, right? I did not want to drop out again, so I did it as fast as I could. So I graduated in 2 years because I took two summer semesters. I didn't do any internship, externship, whatever, clerkship. I just stayed in school, two summer semesters, and got it done and graduated and got out. And I came to Alaska. That was like 5 years ago. It was in May 2015, at the end of May. What date is it? What is this 2020 Memorial Day? May 25th? Okay, okay. About 1 year, I mean 5 year anniversary, I guess. 5 years ago, in May, late May, yeah, I came to Alaska. Not for the first time, okay, because about 15 years ago, yeah, I stopped by Anchorage Airport to switch the airplane, okay. When I was visiting my parents from somewhere in America to Korea, yeah, or maybe coming back. Yeah, it's just plane switching, airport hub, right? So it was second time, 5 years ago. Yeah. Is it time to take a break yet? I think it is. I need some vocal rest. Okay. So, yeah, we'll take a break and this red elder tree is real good. Okay. So, yeah, it's edible. I know. Okay. So we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. So, all right. Okay. Uh, so we're back, and I just got back from this 2 day trip for Memorial Day weekend. So before I went to this travel, I bought some about 5 sandwiches, just in case I get hungry in the middle of the highway. But I did not eat any of them. Okay, so it's in my fridge. I put the sandwich like 3 days ago, 2 days ago, in ice box, in ice. You have this ice pack, right? In Walmart, reusable ice. So you freeze them. It's in a just comes in a plastic bag, and you can reuse it, refreeze it after it melt, right? So I bought like 5 of them. Okay, so but after 2 days, it all melted. So my sandwiches that I bought like 3 days ago, I'm not sure it's still good. Okay, but just in case, I smelled it. It didn't smell any funkiness, so I put it in the fridge. I'm kind of debating whether I should eat that or not. Because the hotel room did not have any refrigerator. Okay, so I'm kind of debating, should I throw them away? 5 sandwiches, each of them like $3 to $4. Should I put them away, or I put it in the fridge? Okay, so I'm still debating. Should I eat them, or should I just put them away? I don't know. Is it worthwhile? Like, it's like $20 worth of sandwiches. I smell it. I unwrap it and smell it, and then we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those sandwiches. I'm kind of hesitating to throw it away. So I put them in the fridge. Okay, it didn't smell bad outside this package, but once I unwrap it, if it smells bad, of course I'm gonna throw it away. But I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. Okay, so difficult decision. So today is Memorial Day 2020. Yeah, happy Memorial Day. Okay, so I've been listening to radio when I was driving back from Valdez, Alaska to here, which is like 2 hours, 1 hour, between 1 and 2 hours north of Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, that's where this place where I live, right? So from Valdez to here, Valdez, Alaska, beautiful town. Okay, I love this town too. Okay, I love this neighborhood, this town, this city. Fantastic. Okay, it's about 7 hours drive, right? Including stopping over these gas stations and restaurants, and so I did not end up eating those sandwiches I bought. That's more like emergency food, right? Because I went to diners, restaurants, where, wherever I could find them open. Okay, so and I gave them some handsome tips because amongst amid this coronavirus situation, okay, Alaska is opening up. Okay, so legit. Yeah, their business must have suffered, so I gave them some handsome tips, and I purchased the most expensive meal that they sell, like $30 per meal, because I wanted to help them out, hardworking people. Okay, because they suffer from business loss, coronavirus. Okay, yeah, I gave them handsome tips. I purchased the most expensive food, like $30. Okay, so I got my check, coronavirus relief check. Okay, yeah. There was this vending machine in the hotel building in Valdez. Soda pop, okay? like mellow yellow Fanta. Okay, so I put in $5 bill, and it didn't recognize it. Okay, return bill, it didn't give me back $5. What did it give me back? A quarter. Okay. Oh, no problem. Okay, yeah, yeah, we appreciate uh, small businesses. Okay, so okay, no problem. Yeah, take my money, $5. Quarter, yeah, just left it in this coin box. No problem. Okay. So when it comes to my election campaign, I'm running this campaign. I guess we can name it as campaign without campaign. I don't take any donations. I don't put up signs with my name. I don't like those signs. It's so egotistical. They are big names. I don't want that. I don't like that. Okay, so I don't want to take any donation because if you take donation for your election campaign, you have to use it for election purpose. I don't have time for it. Okay. What I do is I talk to local radio talk show, political talk shows, and I write to local newspapers my ideas about politics, and that's it. Yeah, I just want to give voters, my neighbors, an option to vote for me or for somebody else. I don't even ask them for vote for me, right? I just want to give them some degree of more increased degree of freedom, more entry in multiple choice question. Okay, who to vote for, right? Yeah, because freedom, money, time, I believe it belongs to the people. Right? I don't want to take their money or time or attention or their freedom. No, I'd rather give my freedom to them. So yeah, that's why I'm running. They can vote for me if they want to. Okay. Money, freedom, time, it should belong to the people. Right? That's what I believe in. But this is democracy. Yeah, give money, power, time where it belongs, where they belong. Yeah, people. Okay. So that's why I don't take any money, donation, because me myself, I don't have time, I don't have money. Okay, so I just put my name out there, my ideas out there. That's it, and then I just leave it to the people. So that's my campaign approach. Because I like doing things very differently. Okay. At the same time, it's not that I'm lazy. I work hard. Okay, but I don't overwork. I'm not an elite. Right? I don't overwork. I just work 40 hours a week like everybody else, and that's it. Okay, so that's my politics campaign approach. Yeah, because I have a good job, lawyer job that I like. So whether I get elected or not, it doesn't really matter, right? This world, I'm not worried. I'm sure God will take care of this world. Okay, so I do what I can. That's it. Limited liability, right? It's not necessary that I save the world, all right? Why? That's not my job. My job is to try to save the world as a messenger. The best of my knowledge, I tell people, like here or anywhere else, I tell people what I believe is true. What I believe is God's message to save the world, and that's it. Like Jonah in Old Testament, the prophet. I'm not a prophet, but yeah, Jonah's job is that he just convey the message to the people. Nineveh, right? Big city. His job is to convey the message. Like pizza delivery boy, postman, Mr. Postman. Beatles, the great The Beatles. They sang about Mr. Postman, right? Yeah, messenger. That's how I see my job. Okay, I just convey the message, but it's up to you. Take it or leave it. After I convey this message, my job is done. Right? That's my job. I did my job, and that's it. Limited liability. Prophecy. Okay. That's how I do it. Okay. Because I don't have time. I don't want to overwork. I don't need money, power, fame. I'm happy. I got my mathematics going on, and so I'm happy. Okay, so whether I get elected to any position or not, I will keep running. I will keep running for different positions. Maybe Alaska governor, Alaska federal U.S. Senate, Alaska U.S. Congress. I don't know, or whatever. Yeah, I keep on running because I love running for political positions. Also, like physically running too. Okay, so some of my friends joke about that. Okay, yeah, I keep running, but I don't even ask people to vote for me because I do not want to influence their voting freedom, voting rights. It's their freedom, their rights, so I don't even ask people to vote for me. I don't want to. I don't want to take away their freedom of votes, election. Okay. I do not want to take away their freedom of votes, their voting rights. Rather, I'd rather increase their degree of freedom. You have one more choice because I'm running. In your ballot, you see my name. Or not, but still I'm running. So yeah, I'm increasing your degree of freedom. That's what I want to do. Okay? I don't want to take your time, your money, your freedom. No, I want to give my time, my money, my freedom to you, American people, Alaskan people. Okay, so take it or leave it. Okay, it's up to you. Yeah. So that's how I approach my campaign. Okay, that's the methodology of my campaign. Whether it's gonna work or not, I don't care. I got a good job. Okay, so it will take 5 minutes. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay. It's a gamble, right? Yeah, it is a gamble. But I like trying new things, alright? So, because it's more exciting. Uncharted territory, right? I don't like doing what other people have already tried. I like breaking new ground, adventure, pioneer, frontier. Okay, I like doing new things, okay? So I like doing things differently. So, you see what happens, okay? Okay, we are back. Sorry for the long break. Um, let's stop and restart, okay? Because I don't want to lose this footage from some computer or software crash, okay? Yeah, we stop and restart, okay?